Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Dirt 3. So we did all of the Dirt Tour. I want to look at all the cars. So I just want to start here with the what I think is DLC and hit view car, and let's see how long this is, because that's going to determine whether we actually view car on all of them or not. It may take too long. You get into this loading.
The Focus RS World Rally Car is one of the strongest packages on gravel stages. Solid and dependable, it's one of the definitive rally cars of recent years.
And then it just kind of locks. So that's kind of what I wanted to know, is just how much audio is in each of these cars. And it loads in between this, which seems crazy.
A dominant force in rallying since its beginning, the Citroën C4 World Rally Car is at home on any surface. With its quick and nimble chassis, this is one of the finest rally cars of the modern era.
And I'm controlling the camera here. But none of it really matters. Look at the power, look at the weight, look at the four-wheel drive. It's all the same. There's a slight difference here for the Mini Countryman, but it drives all the same in the races as far as I can tell. Maybe that's just because I played it on casual.
The Mini Countryman WRC was revealed to the world at the 2010 Geneva Motor Show. Chris Meek will take the wheel during its first season of competition, helping to bring it up to speed for 2012.
So I wonder when Dirt 3 came out, if it was the way that's phrased, that means it came out sometime in between 2010 and 2012, and that seems about right. 2011, and here we're playing the game in 2017, and
the Ford Fiesta World Rally Car takes over from the Focus in 2011. The M Sport chassis and Ford engine make this a highly competitive vehicle.
So apparently in rally car racing, you're limited by the number of cars you can have. So this seems like a very 2011 based setting. And then they haven't updated anything since then.
Consistent winner in the Rally America Open class, the Subaru Impreza WRX STI N13 is a robust and dependable package for both newcomers and experienced drivers.
And you get all these triangles, and unless there's a button that get rid of the triangles, they're still just going to be in the way of the car. It's a terrible way to display your car, honestly. And I wonder, am I just getting a sales pitch on cars here?
The Subaru Impreza WRX STI N12 has been a stalwart of the rally scene throughout the world. With multiple wins and a huge fan base, this is one of the most recognizable rally cars in the modern era.
Like, are we gonna find a car where they say this car is garbage, nobody should drive it? Or is it just all going to be good things?
The Evo X was not instantly successful. It's been carefully developed over the years. With its reliable chassis and predictable handling, it's one of the most recognizable cars in rallies across the globe.
Okay, so that is close to saying the car is garbage.
Developed by Colin McRae as a cost-effective alternative to factory-based rally cars, the R4 has been designed with its engine positioned close to the center of its tubular chassis. With its distinctive styling and bespoke pinpoint handling, it's a worthy competitor at this level.
At this level, interesting. Interesting phrasing there.
The Ford Fiesta Open class is Ken Block's ride in the Rally America Championship. Originally designed to be used in Rallycross racing, Ken has developed the Fiesta to be more competitive on rally stages.
So this is what Ken Block was always driving. I never realized that. Never realized Ken Block was even an important racer. And they've got nothing to say about this car at all, so I bet this is DLC. Cars, I guess. Because this is a Ford Escort Mark II cane block Hoonigan.
Chris Meek won the Intercontinental Rally Challenge in 2009 with the Peugeot 207 Super 2000. Its robust engine and dynamic chassis make this a formidable choice for all rally stages.
And as a person who's not super into cars, I'm not getting much
here. The inaugural
here.
Intercontinental Rally Challenge in 2006, the Fiat Grande Punto Abarth Super 2000 is a fantastic car that continues to be competitive to this day.
It's like, even if you are a car guy, I feel like they're not giving you the right information. Like, how many, don't brake discs have a rating for how fast or how well they can brake? How many liters is the engine? Is it a V6, a V8? What's the actual weight of these cars instead of what it says? Just being able to see it and have a blurb is probably not enough. Like, and sure, we've got over here it's saying it's 280 bhp, which I assume is British horsepower. They never explained that. And it's 1,200 kilograms of four-wheel drive. I don't believe any of that, though. I think it would be more specific than that. It'd probably be something closer to 481 or 483 bhp. And its weight is probably a little bit more than 1,200, or maybe a little bit less. I don't think it's just going to be these round numbers that the game is giving us. It just seems made up. Pretend like they're giving you stats when they
Subaru
are.
Impreza 555 took Colin McRae to his World Rally Championship victory in 1995. With its low center of gravity, strong boxer engine, and excellent ability to change direction, it's one of the most iconic rally cars of the 1990s.
And see, that says Colin McRae 1968 to 2007. So did he die or retire? Be nice to know which is the truth there. I guess he's not doing anything anymore, and that's why they are calling this Dirt instead of Colin McRae's Dirt 3. Kind of like how Madden has outlived John Madden being an announcer now.
The most successful rally car of all time and king of the Group A era of world rallying, the Lancia Super Delta HF Integrale's uncompromising engine and chassis combination took it to 6 constructors' titles.
What's a constructor title?
Bridging the gap between the Group A and WRC eras, the Ford Escort RS Cosworth won many rallies. Its aggressive Cosworth engine and reliable chassis made it one of the most dependable rally cars of the 1990s.
Like, half of what they're saying makes sense to me, and half of it doesn't. Because they're using words or they're referencing things I don't know.
The Toyota Celica GT4 ST205 was the final rendition of the highly successful series of Celicas that competed in Group A rallying in the 90s. With its aerodynamic shape and advanced suspension, it won many rallies and a Constructors' Championship.
Group A. What is Group A? I thought he was saying Group A. And see, he'd said several serial numbers and things when he was talking about this car that aren't on the screen. So if you wanted to look up more information, you'd actually have to write it down. These are Group B cars. What makes them Group B? I don't know. The game never told me.
One of the most infamous Group B rally cars, the Lancia Delta S4 was cut short in its prime when Group B was banned. Its revolutionary engine featured both a supercharger and a turbocharger to reduce engine lag in the lower rev range.
So a supercharger and a turbocharger. I don't even know what the difference is between a supercharger and a turbocharger. So apparently Group B cars are not allowed. Was there some kind of, like, really big turn there? And I think I just hit A, and then it let me change the livery. Interesting. So any of these cars from this point, I can select and change the livery. What does that do though? I guess it doesn't really do anything. So we just looked at this car like this. Does it change if I do this? It probably says the same thing.
One of the most infamous Group B rally cars, the Lancia Delta S4 was cut short in its prime when Group B was banned. Its revolutionary engine featured both a supercharger and...
Okay, so you can change them between a few different skins, and it did actually change them. So if I go back here and click this and then hit back, it doesn't change it. So I guess you have to do this, hit this, come back after it loads,
one of the most...
and then see, now it shows it differently. Interesting. That's a weird way to change your skins.
One of the most infamous Group B rally cars, the Lancia Delta S4 was cut short in its prime when...
Wait a minute, that's not the one we just looked at. No, we need to go here to this. Menus are still very much a mess.
One of the first Group B cars designed specifically for competition use, the Peugeot 205 T16 Evo 2 is one of the best handling cars of its era. Driven by some of the most famous rally drivers of all time, it's an iconic example of a Group B rally car.
It's pretty short looking. That's all I really have to say about it.
The Audi Sport Quattro was an instant success when it took to the rally stages in 1985. With its powerful 5-cylinder engine and shorter wheelbase than its predecessors, it is one of the most recognizable Group B rally cars. The MG Metro 6R4 won regularly on the national rally scene, where its speed was not compromised by its lack of reliability. With its short wheelbase and nimble chassis, it's able to make up for its lack of power compared to the other Group B cars.
This is a weird bumper. It's like trying to push air downward on the front. Interesting. And push down on the back. It looks like such a small car that at high speeds it would just fly away or roll over without all the air scoops.
The Ford RS200 was designed specifically for competition use. However, it was introduced too late to ever live up to its full potential before Group B was banned. The mid-engine chassis and powerful Cosworth engine are the perfect marriage of performance and handling.
Yep. Seems like there's some bitterness, and I would totally get it if Group B was banned. But I imagine there must have been some accidents or
The BMW M3
something.
Rally was not the most famous of rally vehicles. However, the ProDrive tuned car was most effective. With its nimble chassis and robust engine, it was at its most successful on tarmac rally stages.
It really feels like these cars were custom made for rally racing and not even based off real cars, which is not what I thought rally racing was.
The Opel Manta 400 was one of the last rear-wheel drive rally cars to be competitive in Group B. With its long bonnet and powerful engine, the Manta is a formidable sight on any rally stage and continued to be dominant on tarmac, even against its all-wheel drive competitors.
So it also seems like all the cars eventually went to four-wheel drive, and this guy was Group B, but he somehow was allowed in the 80s too. Interesting.
Driven by Colin McRae in the early stages of his career, the Ford Sierra RS Cosworth was more famous for its success in the world of touring cars. The Sierra held its own in national rally events with its powerful Cosworth engine capable of pushing it through any rally stage.
All these triangles in the way. Yeah, and if I just want to look at the
Renault 5
cars...
Turbo won the Monte Carlo Rally on its debut in the World Rally Championship. Its mid-engine, rear-wheel drive chassis made it a dominant force on tarmac stages, even after Group B was introduced.
Like, if I really want to look at a car, I don't want to look at these triangles. In fact, I don't want to look at these triangles at all. Let's see. Is there some kind of button, like, that would get rid of them? And they're not even too bad here. No. Like, none of the buttons do anything. Except for B that backs out, of course. And so we have 4 70s cars.
Powered by a V6 engine from the Ferrari Dino, the Lancia Stratus was the first car designed specifically to dominate the World Rally stages. With its mid-engine rear-wheel drive chassis, the Stratus won the World Rally Championship 3 times between 1974 and 1976.
There is a significant amount of audio going on here that most players won't see.
The Ford Escort Mark II won the World Rally Drivers and Constructors Championship in 1979. A favourite with all rally drivers, this model was restored and upgraded by Colin McRae with extensive engine and chassis modifications.
Colin McRae must have worked closely with Ford. Because he seems to mostly have Ford cars. Or maybe that's the only licenses this game could get, and maybe he drove other cars too. It would have been so much better to go through those 300 races in the Dirt Tour and have them force us to play specific cars and give us this intro, at least at the beginning. That would have made the first few races different.
Was a highly successful rally car, winning the World Rally Championship 3 times in the late 1970s. It had a reliable high-revving engine and bespoke body types, designed to cope with tarmac, gravel and safari stages, making it a winning combination.
There's really no reason why they shouldn't have forced us into using... It looks like there's something poking out the back of that car. It's some kind of air thing. Maybe a muffler. Because we could have always gone to single player and picked whatever cars. There's no reason why they had to give us options in the
Opel
first
Kadett GTE was Opel's answer to the Lancia Stratos
races.
and Ford Escort Mark II. Despite showing much promise, the factory teams were plagued with issues that stifled its success.
Look at all these triangles intersecting with each other. I would have assumed that the triangles would have bounced off each other instead of just intersecting like that. It looks awful. Just as a physics animation thing. And so this car, so far, is the worst car in the game, I guess. So if you were looking for the worst car in the game to drive, that would probably be it.
The Mini Cooper S1275 dominated the world rally scene in 1965, winning 8 rally events that year. With its tiny wheelbase and minimal weight, it powered its way past the opposition and into the history books. The Lancia Fulvia HF 1.6 was the final evolution of the Fulvia and was a far more effective rally car. With its 5-speed gearbox and V4 engine, it pushed out 120 brake horsepower in standard form. The Fulvia won multiple rallies before it was replaced by the revolutionary Stratus.
So this car has 120 brake horsepower according to this. Look at those lights. Let's go back to the main menu and see what it says. 132 brake horsepower. So either this is modified for a little bit of more brake horsepower, which is, now we finally have figured out what BHP means. I thought it was British horsepower this whole time. It's not even accurate to what it just said though. Wow.
A multiple rally winner in the late 60s and early 70s, the Renault Alpine A110 1600S is one of the most famous rally cars of all time. With its glass fibre body and powerful Renault engine, it proved itself on every type of rally stage.
Glass fiber body. I wonder if glass fiber was particularly strong. And these are raid class. Raid group.
The Mitsubishi Racing Lancer is the latest raid model in a successful line of off-road vehicles. Its diesel engine puts 260 brake horsepower through its Lancer-based chassis.
So 260 this time. And boy, does this look custom and more modern. Look how high those shocks are lifting the car up. 275 according to the game. They just add brake horsepower, always. They're cheating.
The VW Race Touareg 2 has been the vehicle to beat at the Dakar Rally in recent years. With its powerful diesel engine and bulletproof reliability, it's a proven winner in the raid class.
I'm not sure bulletproof reliability is what you want to say for a car, because that's just going to encourage somebody to shoot it. For a second there, I thought he was saying that it was actually bulletproof. I'm like, oh, has rally racing gotten that dangerous?
The Bowler Nemesis is a raid vehicle designed specifically to tackle desert racing. With its 4.5-litre supercharged V8 and composite bodywork, it's capable of coping with any type of off-road terrain.
Now, are we almost done, or do we have other sections?
The Robbie Gordon Hummer H3 has recently competed in the Dakar Rally. Its unique design made it a surprise package that bagged a podium finish in 2009.
I'm surprised that even got a podium finish. I mean, this clearly is 100% just advertising for Hummer, and it doesn't even look like a Hummer. Look at those extra wheels it's carrying. I bet it's carrying the extra wheels just for weight in the back. But sure, if I owned a car company, I would make a style of cars like that. And that was 36 vehicles, which is much more than the Rallycross and everything else. So we'll go through everything else faster. And this will go long.
The Focus ST T16 4x4 won the European Rallycross Championship in 2009. Based on the Focus ST, this specially built Rallycross car has 560 brake horsepower available on tap.
And I assume if you go, you probably have the same livery options on all the cars. Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Well, no, it's different options. So you have to really work through a bunch of menus to figure out how many different options are actually there as far as skins. They're so hidden. It
raced by Kenneth Hansen and Liam Doran in the European Rallycross
doesn't
Championship.
show its
the
full
Citroen
hand.
C4 T16 4x4 is one of the best Rallycross cars competing today.
Yeah, I'm getting interrupted by the guys talking. I'm interrupting the game talking. Yeah, you have to do a lot of work to see actually how many skins are actually in this game, because they're so badly displayed. The interface is awful. It needs a full
Developed for use in
remake.
X Games Super Rally, the Subaru Impreza N13 Rallycross is a more powerful version of its rally counterpart. With over 550 brake horsepower available from the Boxer engine and a chassis tuned for circuit racing, the Impreza is a formidable package.
And none of these descriptions are giving us too much
The
information.
Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10 Rallycross is a formidable rallycross car. With its powerful turbocharged engine and its robust chassis, the Evo 10 is at home on all the rallycross circuits.
And it seems like they just paid somebody to do some write-ups on cars. Like, if they don't have anything interesting to say about the car, if it's never won any races or anything, they just say it's a formidable rally car racing. Just formidable, what does that even mean? It's something you can apply to anything, I bet.
The Peugeot 207 T16 4x4 has been created by Paillet Competition to compete in the European Rallycross Championship. It features a 500 brake horsepower engine and nimble Peugeot competition chassis. The MG Metro 6R4 Rallycross is based on the Group B rally car. The 6R4 struggled in rallying, but its short wheelbase and mid-engine chassis layout has been far more at home in rallycross events.
What's interesting about this car is they're intentionally trying to get air inside the back of the car where the engine is, I think. Because there's like holes in the back window and there's scoops on the side. So it seems like they're trying very hard to cool something back there, if that's not the engine. And then what's in the front? Not much. That's a weird looking car.
The Ford RS200 Rallycross was purchased by the Dorans and converted to Rallycross specifications. Its Group B heritage has made it a fan's favourite in the British Rallycross Championship.
And who are the Dorans? Don't explain anything, game. Don't explain anything. That was the weird car that had holes behind the drivers in the back windshield, but
the Ford
not
Fiesta
everywhere.
T16 4x4 is built and prepared by the Altsbergs MSE team. Winner of the X Games in 2009 and 2010, this formidable package is the chassis of choice for Ken Block and Tanner Faust.
There you go, perfect view of the car right here, right? Perfect view. You can see the car perfectly. And that's all the Rallycross. So Trailblazers, 9 cars, 6 modern. Not tons of differences in these cars other than appearance. And we get no audio. Interesting. Is that going to be the case every time? I don't think so. We're still getting audio glitches, by the way.
Been built to race. It features a stripped-out body, race specification chassis, and a heavily tuned engine. With its aggressive aerodynamics package, it's a formidable vehicle on all Trailblazer events.
Formidable. Count how many times they use the word formidable to mean it never actually has won.
The BMW Z4M Sport Coupe is a customer package offered by BMW Motorsport. With its 400 brake horsepower, 3.2 litre engine, it's a lively proposition on open Trailblazer stages.
The spoiler looks like it's liable to be snapped off. It's barely even attached to the car. And see, if you've got crazy things just hanging off your car, you probably don't have that good of a car. In fact, that's front end versus that back end is really odd. Disproportionate.
The Monster Suzuki SX4 Pikes Peak is the latest version of Monster Tajima's Unlimited class cars. While he has so far been unable to match the record time he set in 2007 in the Suzuki XL7, this is still the fastest hill climb car in the world today.
I wonder why they put the mufflers just like on the side of some of these cars. I assume that's the mufflers and not gas tanks. Let's see if we can even find a gas tank. I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't even an external gas tank thing. There might very well just open the engine and fill it up directly. Well, there's probably is a gas tank in there, but it may not have a spout on the side of the car just to save weight. That'd be something interesting to learn. Let me know in the comments if you know.
The 580 was created to challenge the Unlimited Pikes Peak record in 2010. It has a 775 brake horsepower Hyundai engine and a unique body shell constructed from carbon fiber. This gives it one of the best power to weight ratios in its class.
Hyundai. Or Hyundai, depending on where you live, or how you want to pronounce it.
In 2009, Marcus Gronholm drove this modified Fiesta Pikes Peak version, attempting to break the 10-minute barrier. Prepared by Oldsbergs, this Fiesta has outlandish aerodynamics and massive turbo boost.
And we're slowly making progress here. But it's been 30 minutes already just looking at cars.
The Audi Sport Quattro S1 Pikes Peak broke the unlimited hill climb record in 1987 when it was driven to the summit by Walter Rall. Lighter than its Group B counterpart and with greater aerodynamics, it is one of the best hill climb cars of all time.
And hill climb cars are what?
Driven by legendary rally driver Ari Vatanen, the Peugeot 405 T16 Pikes Peak is one of the most iconic hill climb cars of all time. It has great aerodynamics and excellent boost.
I like that you can look inside the engine somewhat, but you can't ever pop the hood or anything. There's no button for that. And there's no changing your camera angle or anything like that. A lot of this information would be better on a web page, honestly. It'd be easier just to click on the word hill climb and then get a definition of that. Just like a Wikipedia for Dirt 3. Instead of it being in the game and then throw out terms.
The Toyota Tacoma Pikes Peak held the course record for 13 years until 2007. Rod Millen achieved the record in this specially designed carbon fiber chassis prototype, loosely based on the Toyota Tacoma pickup truck.
It's like the person's name he just mentioned there. I'd like to be able to click on his name and know more about that guy. I'd like to learn some things. So we've got 8 more cars, so let's just keep going through it. We may not even get...
Tanner Faust drives the Scion TC in the Formula Drift Championship. With its NASCAR V8 engine and uprated chassis, it's a formidable machine.
Formidable, again. One of the thoughts here is, how often do race car people change their sponsorship? I wonder if they don't very much. Like, that would be weird. Like, one year they're racing for Rockstar, next year they're racing for Monster Energy, which I think are the same company anyways. But I could be wrong. Or it probably doesn't happen too much.
The Saturn Sky features in the Formula Drift Championship and has been designed to be as maneuverable as possible. With over 800 brake horsepower on tap and a drift-tuned chassis, this is one of the fastest cars in the Gymkhana class.
So this is over 800 brake horsepower. Well, the game says it is exactly 800 brake horsepower, which is not over 800. So the game undershot that one by at least 1.
The Hoonigan Subaru Impreza WRX STIN12 is no ordinary Impreza. With its uprated power package, stiff suspension and semi-slick tyres, it can take on any Gymkhana course.
And see, this looks like a real car that you might actually buy and drive. Most of these cars don't even resemble anything that you could get on the street. Of course,
the Gymkhana Subaru Impreza WRX STIN13 is specially tuned by Crawford Performance, making it as light and nimble as possible. With its uprated power and carbon fiber body panels, it can change direction quickly and dramatically.
The question is, why would you want to spend that much money on a car that you're driving on the street anyways? Unless you're recreating Fast and Furious and running from the police. There's not much you can do that's legal with them.
Ken Block's Ford Fiesta Gymkhana is a sight to behold. Built by Oldsberg specifically for Gymkhana, it's a lightweight, maneuverable little car with massive performance.
And I still feel like Gymkhana is just fake. I don't believe it's actually real. I've never seen anybody crashing into bricks.
The Mitsubishi Lancer Evo XJUN has been tuned to make it fast and maneuverable. With its upgraded power package and stiff suspension, it's at home on any Gymkhana course.
Maybe it does play on like ESPN 8 or something. And I don't watch it, and maybe that's, I don't watch ESPNs at all, so maybe that's why I've never seen them, but I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt it really happens. Let me know in the comments. And this is clearly DLC because they've got nothing to say on it, and there's nothing here. It looks like there was an air scoop carved into it with holes in the back of the thing, and it looks like the engine is just left open. It's pretty obvious the Mini Cooper Gymkhana, it was a DLC thing. Then we've got one truck, and that's it, and one buggy.
The Landrush Stadium truck has been designed to compete in the DiRT Landrush series. It features a powerful engine and a bespoke tubular frame chassis.
And see, this makes no sense. They had the Ford license. Why is this not a Ford F-150? Or 350? Yeah. Why is it just this made-up car?
The Landrush Stadium buggy is a unique lightweight mid-engine rear-wheel drive chassis, perfectly designed to tackle the jumps and bumps of the Landrush tracks. With its high-revving engine, it takes skill to get the best out of this buggy.
See, and I wonder if maybe Landrush doesn't really exist either, because surely if Landrush races are happening, surely there'd be some kind of branding on a car like this. And then you have multiple skins of the buggy, and you have multiple skins of the truck, making it seem like there's many different trucks, but really it's all the same. And that's Landrush, and so we've done all the cars. And there's nothing else to do, I guess, for this recording. We went just a little bit long, and so we've done all of the DiRT tour that we're ever going to get done. We've looked at all the cars in this special episode. Next time I want to do multiplayer, and then I think we're just going to look at single player and wrap up our opinion of this game. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.